Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, give permission to start to let go. Let go of any tension, stress, worries or thoughts, allowing them to feel like they're leaving your body every time you breathe out. As you breathe in a wonderful feeling of resourcefulness. Feel that relaxing resourcefulness going in through your nose, into your lungs, enabling you to feel like you're drifting off to a wonderful place of calm and relaxation. And maybe you're able to use the power of your imagination to imagine a bright, vibrant color that represents this resourceful relaxation. Maybe yellow, orange, pink or blue. Imagine this glowing color, this light going in through your nose, filling you with a feeling of resourcefulness. But as you exhale, I want you to imagine a dark, shadowy color representing the stress, the tension, the worries, any beliefs that have been holding you back. Just see that leave your body as you imagine every time you breathe in, you're feeling more resourceful, and every time you breathe out, you're letting go of anything that's been holding you back. The deeper you breathe, the deeper relaxed you become. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine flying like a bird over a forest. And maybe this forest is on a tropical island somewhere, a paradise island of nature, under blue skies and surrounded by clear waters. And I want you to find a clearing in the forest and imagine flying down and touching the ground. And now imagine it's you, not a bird, there in that clearing. That's it. Breathing in, breathing out. And just imagine seeing the vibrant green trees all around you. Imagine feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin. And I want you to feel here, the forest represents a place of solitude, a sanctuary from all the things to do back in reality. Here in this clearing in the woods, there is nothing to do except relax. The deeper you breathe, the deeper relaxed you become. And I want you to imagine there is a part of you that thinks about all the things there is to do, what's not been done, and allow that part to take a seat in a relaxing chair and feel that part fall asleep, and allow a different part that wants to explore a different future of different ways of being, living and doing. Allow that part to explore the forest. And as you explore the forest, open your mind to new ways of thinking and new beliefs to hold that can enable you to become more organized, to find the optimal way of organizing your time and environment. So feel that you can now enter the forest, turning around and seeing that analytical, overthinking part relaxed, and just explore the forest. And as you do so, you feel a powerful sense of calm and control as you imagine your ability to organize your living spaces easily, deciding where each item belongs. You find it natural and rewarding to allocate time, not to completely tidy a room, but to make a start. And you enjoy the clarity this brings to your life. Imagine opening up your van and seeing a tidy van. How much more relaxed you would feel if you knew where everything was. You feel deeply motivated to find the time, and maybe that's in 15 or 20-minute chunks, to start to organize your van, knowing it doesn't have to happen in one attempt, but knowing that when you get to the point of it being as organized as you'd like it to be, that you can block out a few minutes each day or week to maintain that tidy environment, making your work smoother and more efficient. And as you see that tidy van, I want you to get a flashback of you in the past at your most organized. Maybe a time when you were holding down a job as well as managing multiple properties. And I want you to see how you looked back then. Observe your life as you were able to get things done without feeling overwhelmed. And maybe you're seeing yourself back then looking a certain way, being a certain way. And I want you to imagine stepping into that version of you of the past when you were at your most organized. Feel how you felt back then. Remember how you were thinking back then. And maybe there was less wondering and more doing. Maybe there were strategies that clustered things together. Maybe there was a way of getting things out of your mind into a system to know what needs to be done and what's already been done. And maybe that was writing things down, or maybe using technology to help. I want you to get a sense that you were able to do it back then, and therefore let's reactivate those beliefs, habits, ways of thinking, so you feel that you can access these resources now and in the future. Sometimes it's not possible to get everything done. There's an old Italian technique of finding a timer. Maybe a timer that looked like a plastic tomato. And just imagine there was 15 or 20 minutes on this timer. And the reason it worked is because it manages the expectations that you can't get everything done. But in 15 or 20 minutes you can make a start. And I wonder in which ways you'll use this Pomodoro technique. And every time you do, I wonder if you'll feel a profound sense of accomplishment in focusing deeply for short periods, completing tasks in a resourceful way. The desire to create and follow routines strengthens within you, bringing a delightful structure that enhances your productivity and happiness. You find great pleasure in setting aside those chunks of time for focus. And whether you're focusing on emails or tidying or chunking things that are similar together, notice how it gives you more time to be creative and more time to pursue those other goals and pursuits you have in your life. I wonder how quickly you find the way that works for you to effortlessly prioritize what needs to be done. And when you feel a clear sense of what needs to be done, and perhaps the places that it needs to be done in, you can chunk those things together, doing all of your emails at the same time, any phone calls at the same time, any organizing at the same time, guiding you to act with purpose and precision. And I wonder how satisfying it would be to declutter and organize. And sometimes it can feel that when you organize your living space, it also feels like you're organizing your mind. Maybe a tidy room, a tidy desk, a tidy van very quickly becomes a tidy mind. And when your mind is tidy, your mind easily comes up with innovative ideas to get several things done at the same time. Maybe that's learning while driving. Maybe you could exercise or relax while simultaneously doing something else. As you start to dovetail outcomes, achieving multiple goals in a single effort, you notice how you are buying time and multiplying your successes. Every time you organize even a tiny part of your life, the whole game feels more winnable, giving you more energy and momentum to organize other things too. The joy of achieving a clean and organized space fills you with energy, motivating you to maintain this clarity in all aspects of your life. And maybe you can discover creative and effective storage solutions that keep your living space and working spaces neatly organized and visually pleasing. And as it happens in your physical environment, don't be surprised if it happens in your diary, in your to-do list, and in your mind. What starts in reality quickly shifts to other areas of your life too. And before long, you'll figure out that you don't need to do everything yourself. Maybe technology, or maybe other people, could be harnessed and utilized so you get to spend your time on the things that are uniquely doable by you. Becoming a master of delegation. And as you engage in decluttering and organizing, your mind becomes sharper, finding clarity and purpose in your actions and goals. Sometimes there's a tendency to bite off more than you can chew. But notice how you can naturally break down a large task into smaller chunks, feeling a sense of progress and achievement as you do a small part of a bigger project. And maybe you find yourself using organizational tools or apps, and it may take a few attempts to learn how to use them, but once you do, you'll find the ones that work for you, which ones help to organize your life or save you time, and they become the ones that you use again and again because they work. The desire to make everything change all at once isn't a goal but a trap. How you make big changes in rituals and routines is by evolving them by tiny amounts at a time. And maybe that starts with checking your emails once a day rather than whenever you hear an alert. And maybe it starts with blocking out time to start to organize things that have been organized for a while simultaneously listening maybe to a podcast or YouTube video about organizing your space. As you dovetail outcomes while achieving those outcomes, don't be surprised that this becomes a more frequent habit. As you build these rituals and routines, you have creative ideas as to how you can chunk and add additional bits on. What could you add on after every time you brush your teeth, take a shower, or have a meal to help make your life more organized, since you do these things anyway? Feel a profound connection between a tidy environment and a clear mind, fueling your desire to keep both in a state of balanced harmony. As you find yourself back in the forest, notice that harmony, that equilibrium. Everything is as it needs to be. And feel that feeling of harmony will return with you back to your reality. Feeling a desire to find those easy wins. That if you believe that 20% of changes can create 80% of the results, I wonder what those 20% of changes will be to radically improve the organization in your life. As you return to that clearing in the woods, see that overthinking part having enjoyed this moment of peace, relaxation, and as you step back into them, take all of these ideas and strategies with you, and then feel like you can return to the present moment as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes as you think of just one thing that you could do in the next hour that will create momentum. What could you do in 15 minutes that starts a ball rolling in a positive direction? Breathe in and breathe out as I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9:10 wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.